Well, I was going into my 4th year of undergraduate studies, and I really wanted to just get the most out of my last year, whether it's academically or extracurricularly. And I know that UCS gives me the opportunity to sharpen the skills that I already have and really just enjoy my last year.
The reason why I wanted to run on council was because I wanted to get to know people, get to talk to people, make new friends, have more of a social life and just get outside of the classroom.
What made me want to run for council was a number of things, but I think the biggest was I wanted to be involved.
I knew it was a new position, so I didn't really have anything to base it off of, but I knew it would be heavily analytical, but it would also test my ability to think out of the box, because a lot of times when you're on council, something might happen last minute, and you really got to think on your feet.
When I was preparing for my presidential interview, I was preparing about a month in advance. I was preparing my own slide deck and a pitch.
To prepare for my election, I basically just talked to as many people as possible and let them know that I'm running for council and made sure that they voted.
The interview was probably one of the more interesting and challenging interviews in my life because it was just so, it wasn't very standard. There were a lot of questions that I couldn't have foreseen.
The presidential, VP external, and VP internal interview follow a panel interview format. So what that means is around 10 to 15 people on current council actually interview all at once. It's an hour-long interview. You get around 5 to 10 minutes to pitch your idea, and following that, each member on council will get to ask 1 or 2 questions.
During campaign week, I felt pretty confident, but I knew I had stiff competition, so I knew I had to put my best foot forward and keep campaigning.
A lot of times I felt stumped, but I thought it was a really great learning experience and it really prepared me for September recruiting season.
Coming out of the interview, the waiting time for when the decision was made, I was very eager, very nervous.
The interview, like I said, was really abstract and new and challenging, so I really couldn't gauge my performance, but you kind of have a certain sense of self-confidence, and I felt pretty good about it.
Honestly, I didn't know. I felt I had a good chance, but really there was 3 very competent candidates, so it was up in the air.
Yeah, I got it. I was super stoked when they announced it. I remember I couldn't even sleep that night.
Yes, I did. I'm the treasurer of UCS.
Yeah, man, I was so happy about it too.